This holiday season, help Soldiers for Stockings improve the morale and welfare of members of our armed forces deployed overseas. Now through November 20th, there is so much work to be done, and you can help in many ways. Download the stocking pattern from stockingsforsoldiers.org and start sewing today. Volunteer to help decorate and assemble stockings. Donate Christmas candies, snacks, nuts, chips, drink mixes, DVDs, books, magazines, lip balm, toiletries, and other items needed to fill the stockings. Or help make packets of snowman soup, hot chocolate, to send along with the stockings. For more information, patterns, and a list of items needed, visit stockingsforsoldiers.org. This holiday season, help send our troops a touch of home. For many, it's all they will receive. All stockings need to be completed by November 20th. So get started today at stockingsforsoldiers.org. That's stockingsforsoldiers.org. Stockings for Soldiers, sending stockings filled with joy to our soldiers in harm's way for the 9th consecutive year.
Are you tired of commuting to a job that makes someone else rich, working harder than ever, but getting nowhere? Do you hate spending hundreds of dollars every week on daycare, having someone else raise your children? With our opportunities, you can start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss, work from home, and live a happier life. At Be the Boss Network, you'll find hundreds of work-from-home opportunities that you can literally start today and be earning money as soon as next week. Go to freedom133.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss. Get out of the rat race. Work from home. Go to freedom133.com right now and change your life today. That's freedom133.com. Go to freedom133.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You be the boss. Go to freedom133.com.
Do you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS?
Then get on board with the Tax Admiral and let us steer your way to financial freedom.
The IRS is the largest collection agency in the world. They can freeze your bank accounts, seize your car, home, will garnish your paychecks and benefits.
Don't take on the IRS alone. I can fight for you using industry secrets that can help stop the IRS. I'll cut your penalties, slash your interest, and reduce your overall tax bill. Sometimes I can even get it zeroed out completely.
We're an A-rated company with over 30 years experience helping people clean up their mess with the IRS. And we have a 95% customer satisfaction rating.
If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS, are facing an audit, a lien, or levy, then call me right away.
Call 800-646-6985. Again, that's 800-646-6985. 800-646-6985. 800-646-6985.
The following letters were written by our troops.
My dear fellow Americans, I truly appreciate your support. I was starting to wonder if people had forgotten about us over here, but then one of my buddies showed me this website, and now as tears are streaming down my face, I can see for sure that you haven't. Private Emily B., U.S. Army.
It's so heartwarming to see the American people not letting the men and women of the armed forces be forgotten. Your letters make a group of grown men, battle-hardened and gruff, act like a bunch of kids around a Christmas tree. Thanks. Staff Sergeant Matthew H., U.S. Army.
Your support may be the most important thing our troops can carry with them. But don't take our word for it. Take theirs. To show your support, visit americasupportsyou.mil. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Defense and the Ad Council.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 800-595-2614 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 595-2614 to take your call now. Call 800-595-2614. That's 800-595-2614. Again, 800-595-2614.
On the battlefield, there's a saying America's military men and women live by. Never, ever. Off the battlefield, Wounded Warrior Project operates with the same goal. We leave no warrior behind. Wounded Warrior Project is a non-profit organization created to help our men and women returning home with the scars of war. Whether those scars are physical or mental, we're here to make sure that they heal. And whether it's helping those with post-traumatic stress disorder live a normal life again, or giving much-needed support to injured warriors in veterans' hospitals. Because no one deserves our help more than the men and women who risk their lives to keep us safe. Wounded Warrior Project. We never leave a fallen warrior behind. Ever. Learn more about what we do at woundedwarriorproject.org.
Zinc Media. Feel the power of knowledge. Home studio somewhere within the great granite state of New Hampshire, where the state motto is live free or die. It is not big government or bust. The number that you can call this Monday evening is toll free 603-835-3224. Again, that's 603-835-3224. Should you wish to join me here live, yours truly, all you wonderful liberty lovers and ecclesiastites out there. Gotta love it. We are headed, what are we, second week in December already? Yeah, December 7th, a day that will live in infamy. Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day. There are still, although the numbers have really dwindled, and this is just, I know some people are going to say, well, that's so sad. Well, it is sad, but it's not. And it's not simply because, Pearl Harbor took place, 70 years ago now? So you have to think these people were in their 20s and 30s. So, these guys are 90 years old that are still around that were part of Pearl Harbor and much of World War II. So they're dying off. And it's just the natural progression of life. We just move from one era into the next, and the World War II era is over. And unfortunately, those wonderful, brave souls, those wonderful, brave men of World War II, they are almost all gone now. I mean, really, the people that and even those that lied about their age and entered when they were like 16 or 17. They're still, you're talking 70 years ago. They're almost 90 years old or older. So actually, we probably should be talking to these guys. A lot of them still have, their wits about them. They don't have Alzheimer's or something. They're still very cognizant, and they still have very good memories. And you should probably, if you have the opportunity to talk to one directly, you should do that. You should. I've had the blessings of having being able to talk to veterans of World War II, the Korean War, and the Vietnam War. It's what you hear from them is really some fascinating stuff that you don't normally hear or read in history books or history articles or pages or white papers or what have you. Because these guys, they were there firsthand, so they'll tell you about their firsthand experience, which doesn't usually get recorded in the history books. So you still have that opportunity. So I would suggest that you take advantage of it. Now, with that said, we have a new ship that is heading to sea for its trials, for some testing. And that is the largest destroyer ever built for the U.S. Navy. It is christened, going to be known as the USS Zumwalt. Zumwalt. And it was built and finished here in New England, over on the seacoast. It's General Dynamics. Yeah, owns much of it, but is the Naval Shipyard, or the Bath Iron Works over there at the Portsmouth Naval Shipyard, is where this ship was built. And it looks quite futuristic. I mean, it is a large ship. And of course, you'll see pictures and links of it over there on rodeccles.net after the show. But it is a large ship. Well, if you're on Facebook, you've probably seen it. It's been being posted everywhere. It looks like nothing that we've ever floated before. I mean, it looks like something that is very futuristic and I don't know, if you were to put wings on it, you'd probably think it, stick some wings in the side or some platforms in the side and make them look like wings. You'd probably think that it could fly. I mean, this is how sleek and futuristic this thing looks, but it's rather large. I don't know if the size is going to be a hindrance of building more, but or why the size needs to be, the size that it is. But I haven't decided if it's a beautiful ship or if it's an ugly ship, and the reason is because it's so far removed from what I'm used to seeing in ships, in ocean-going vessels, whether it be military or civilian ships or merchant ships, or whether it be ships, modern ships of today or ships of the past. It looks it's a total. I mean, the only thing that's similar to any other ship is the bow shape of, it looks like a boat. That's about it. The shape of the craft as it sits in the water. I mean, the outline is pretty much, it's what we know boats to kind of look like. Ever since the beginning of the big schooners, or even when they were smaller, they all have the narrow front. They all have the rather much wider middle that can accommodate people. And then, of course, there are variations on the tail end. Some tail ends are kind of broad and stunted or squared off, and some are tapered. But basically, this is the shape of a ship. But the rest of it looks nothing like what we're used to seeing. And I don't know all the different secrets behind this ship and what its new capabilities are supposed to be that are not classified. But I'm sure we'll be finding out soon. And when we do, I will let you know. One of the interesting things I found, something I found very interesting over on Facebook today. Now, today we had something that was trending. It was like top 3. It was always appearing on my now trending type of list off to the right-hand side on your main page. or on your homepage. And now, all of a sudden, all the other stories that were trending along with it are still there. But now this story about Loretta Lynch is gone. You know, you probably heard about her wanting to, basically she was suggesting that she was going to go after people or prosecute people for hate speech conversation or talk